as a conference championship could be just a few minutes away. Welcome to this Access 7 Sports presentation of CIAU GPAC women's basketball. It is the finals. The number 1 ranked team in Canada, the UofR Cougars, taking on the number 3 ranked team in Canada, the University of Manitoba Bisons. This is game 2 of the conference final. Regina leads at 1 game to none. I'm Mitchell Blair along with Trenna Mott, ready to call this one for you. And Trenna, game 1 of this series, all Regina. They won it by a score of 88-60, outscoring Manitoba in the second half, 47-23. And the coach of the Manitoba Bisons, Colleen Dufresne, was not a happy camper.
She was not happy with her players last night. In fact, their starters, most of their starters sat actually most of the second half. So it'll be interesting to see how they come out tonight, if they'll be fired up and ready to play. They're definitely not going to go down as easy as they did last night.
Some highlights from game 1. You saw Simone Bouchard hit a basket there a second ago. She had 22 to lead the Cougars. Another reason they won, the tenacious rebounding. Corinne Worster there, you saw a second and a third chance basket. As I said, Simone Bouchard led the way with 22. Here she is driving through the lane and hitting the running layup for a basket. This all action in the second half. It was 41-37. That Bree Burgess with a basket there as Simone Bouchard basically did it all. Bree Burgess also chipping in last night there with the dish to Phoebe Simon. And we're also going to see Romali Wera-Patia, who unfortunately later on in this game broke her foot, so she is out and will likely miss the CIAUs. Another person that made the contribution last night, Jana Schweitzer, Trenna. They did it all over the place last night, from the top guns right down to the bottom.
They showed their depth last night. Simone had just a heck of a game. I had to think that was one of Simone's best games all year, and hopefully she can do it again tonight.
We are ready to go. Tip-off underway, and we are underway here at the PAC. Game 2 of the conference finals. Bree Burgess off the bat misses a layup. Manitoba rebounds. That's Marge Kelly. She was their top player in game 1, perhaps their top player all season. Kelly brings it up the floor, gives it off to Cheryl Jean Paul. She is a first-team GPAC All-Star. A lot of award winners on the court here. Kelly being watched by Dedman. Kelly takes it underneath, dishes it back out to Ann Smith. Ann Smith with a big basket for her. She only had 4 points in game 1, had an off night, and was one of the people who felt the wrath of Colleen Dufresne after the 28-point loss.
I think both Ann Smith and Marjorie Kelly are the type of players that are going to get motivated when they get benched. And
Bouchard tried to hit Worster inside. Corinne wasn't looking for the pass. It went right into the hands of Ann Smith. She brings it back up the floor for Manitoba. Marge Kelly being watched by Bouchard. Kelly goes to the wing. Bouchard got a hand on it. Not enough to disrupt the dribble. Kelly goes in, puts it up. That doesn't fall. Worster grabs the rebound and will bring it back up for Regina. Simone Bouchard for the Cougars wearing green. Going from left to right on your broadcast screen. Bouchard back to Dedman. Dedman gets to the foul line. Dishes it inside for Worsta. And again, the Bisons right there on defense. Kelly intercepts the pass. And right now, Manitoba with a good start right now, as you had to think that the Cougars would come out with a lot of momentum after that big second half in game 1. Ann Smith being watched by Burgess, dishes it inside to Kelly. Kelly puts up the jumper, that falls off the rim, and Becky Poley, playing her last home game at the PAC, rebounds it for Regina. Bouchard comes in, takes the shot, and Bouchard couldn't control herself after catching the pass. She's called on the travel.
Both teams looking to push the ball up early here.
Kelly quickly up the floor, couldn't get everything she wanted on it, and back comes Regina. Great start to this game by both teams at the pace. Poley from the outside hits the little jumper. The Cougars are on the board.
And you could just hear the gym going wild here. It's a great atmosphere here at the PAC gym. The fans are certainly excited.
It doesn't get any better than this. Ann Smith takes the shot. That falls off the rim. Worster tips it out to Bouchard. Back comes Regina. Bouchard fakes the pass to Worster, tries to drive the lane. Kelly intercepts. And this is Anna Kruniak trying to go coast to coast. Doesn't do so as Burgess knocks the ball out of bounds.
Great job by Bree Burgess hustling back to make the defensive play. Last night, I know Manitoba got up early with some transition baskets, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen tonight. The Cougars are hustling back on three.
Smith to inbounds for Manitoba. 2:20 gone. We are tied at 2. Kelly being watched by Devin at the top of the key. This is Smith now near side. Smith moves around Burgess, goes baseline, lost control of the basketball, but Manitoba will retain possession.
And a nice job again defensively by Bree, cutting off the baseline.
Off the inbounds, that's Marge Kelly with it. Kelly gets the foul line, puts it up, that bounces off the front rim. And Smith with the rebound. Smith for three, that doesn't go. And the ball goes out of bounds, and they will say it went off of Bouchard, so Manitoba will retain possession, and they will get a fresh 30.
And the Cougars doing a good job in there trying to hold position on the box outs, but just some bad bounces there. Manitoba's a team you really got to box out. They're so athletic, they follow their shot. And here we have
good job by Heather Dedman on the defensive end. Bouchard brings it up, and she is fouled on the way up by Cheryl Jean Hall, and Simone Bouchard will go to the line as the two bodies crash, and the referees charge the foul on Manitoba's 5, Jean Paul.
Nice take by Simone.
Simone Bouchard at the line, 79.3% from the charity stripe, so she is just about money from here.
Last night's game, Simone's overall shot percentage was probably close to 80% as well. She doesn't miss very often.
Simone Bouchard last night, 8 of 12 from the floor, 6 of 6 from the line to lead the Cougars with 22 points. Jean Paul gets to the foul line, puts the shot up, that misses. Burgess comes away with it, and this is Heather Dedman. Manitoba cold to start off the game, and Smith hit their first shot, but they've missed a bunch since then. And then Jean Paul picks up her second foul, and that is not good news for the Manitoba Bisons. Crystal Heisler will check into the game for Bouchard. Crystal Heisler has also been playing some great basketball down the stretch.
She has. Crystal being a key player, especially defensively, had an excellent game last night.
Burgess works around the screen set by Foley. Lee Burgess, the graduate of Tom, to the Sheldon grad, Crystal Heisler. Heisler out to Heather Dedman. Dedman inside to Burgess. Burgess picks it back out, moves along the baseline, dishes it out to Becky Foley. Foley couldn't control it. The pass to Wertha a little too hard, and Lyra Asplin comes away with it for Manitoba. 4-2, we're just underway here at the PAC. Mitchell Blair along with Trinamont, game 2 of the GPAC final. Ann Smith with a wide open look underneath, and she misses the shot. And Manitoba has gone cold here right off the start. If Regina can get a run here, it would be big. Dedman for three. That bounces off the rim. Back comes Manitoba. This is Tamara Antic.
And Manitoba not shooting as well as they usually do here early in the first half.
Michelle Edwards with the basketball now. Edwards to Smith. Smith tries to move around Burgess, puts it up. Smith fouled on the way up. They'll charge the foul on Burgess. It'll be Breeze first. Both teams trying to look a little tentative on the offensive end and putting their shots up here early.
They do. I think Manitoba's, they've taken some good percentage shots that they normally hit, and they haven't fallen for them, so hopefully the Cougars can capitalize on that and hit some at the other end. I know Manitoba is such a shooting team. Even when they're cold on the floor, they'll shoot their way out of it. You'll never see them sort of slow it down and break it down half-court sets. They really like to shoot.
And Smith generally doesn't miss from the line, and she doesn't miss there as she hits both of her shots. So we are even at 4. Dedman with the basketball. She'll bring it across the half-court line. Dishes it off to Phoebe DeSimone, who has her first touch of the ball. DeSimone wanted to get it to Burgess, and DeSimone a bad pass as Michelle Edwards intercepts. Edwards takes it coast to coast, puts up the shot. That was taken away then by Dedman, and then Lyra Asplin with the rebound. That doesn't fall, and Manitoba just can't buy a break. As you get a look at Manitoba, Coach Colleen Dufresne and the rest of the assistants barking out signals to the Bisons. Crystal Heisler will slow it up a little bit here. She brings it up the floor for Regina. Heisler wanted to get the pass into Worston. Miscommunication here by the Cougars early on. Asplin brings it up the floor, moves up on DeSimone, and Asplin takes it hard to the big girl, and Phoebe will take the foul. That's her first.
I think the Cougars might be a little nervous here tonight. You see a little jittery, maybe not so sure of their passes, a little bit of miscommunication on their offense, but hopefully they can clear it up here. First half there, doing a good job of kind of slowing down the pace a little bit when they recognize they're not hitting the transition passes. Maybe break it down in half-court sets, run a bit open.
Lyra Asplin since both to the line. Manitoba now early 6-4 lead. Heisler, the Burgess, they have to get it across the line. They do so as Burgess gets it back to Crystal.
Good job there on the press break by Bree and Crystal.
DVD Simon drives the lane. Nice job by DVD Simon. Can't convert on the layup.
It's a great take by Cruz.
Antic bringing it back up the floor for Manitoba. The native of Belgrade, Yugoslavia. Michelle Edwards with it now to Ann Smith. Smith finds the lane, puts up the one-hander, and it's stopped right back in her face by Nisamon.
And the fans like that one.
DVD Simon using every bit of her 6'3" frame to swat that one away from Ann Smith. Heisler with the jump shot, hits it off the backboard and in, and we're tied again at 6. Antic with the one-hander, that doesn't fall. Foul on the way up. Tamara Antic will go to the line. I believe it will be, I was going to say Heisler will be charged with the foul, but they're going to give it to Heather Dedman. Actually, they're going to give it to Phoebe V. Simon, and for Phoebe, that's her second.
And Phoebe almost came up with another great defensive play, but I guess they're going to call her on the push.
Phoebe will come out, but she puts in a couple of solid minutes for the Cougars. You see her sit down at the line, Tamara Antic. There you get a good look at her. Antic hits them both. It's 8-6. Dedman to Worcester, quickly to Heisler. Heisler wanted to get to Foley inside, couldn't do so. Now this is Dedman, tries to get inside to Worcester. Corinne got control of the basketball, but she was fouled.
Great job by Corinne holding her position.
Laura Asplin with the foul, that's her first. Manitoba's third team foul of the half.
Here we see Jana Schweitzer checking for the Cougars.
Simone Bouchard also checks back into the game for Regina. She has the basketball in her hand. She'll give the inbounds pass to Worcester. Worcester with the turn and then puts it up. That doesn't go. Rebound into the hands of Antic. Linda Guy with it now for Manitoba. She'll put up the long-range jumper. That doesn't go. Rebound. Edwards right there. Actually, that was Marge Kelly with the rebound and the basket for Manitoba.
You really got to focus on blocking out Marge and holding position because she's so athletic and crashing the board. She can come up with a lot of easy tools that way.
Ball loose underneath. Regina having a lot of problems getting the ball inside to Corinne Worcester tonight. Marge Kelly wanted to put up the three, couldn't do so, and then has it stolen by Bouchard. Bouchard up to Heisler. Crystal Heisler with the layup. Some contact underneath. No foul charge. Heisler stays with the basketball and continues to have it for Regina. Foley, long range, two. Big shot by Becky Foley.
Great job by Crystal there, following her shot and maintaining possession of the ball.
And then Manitoba throws it out of bounds, and Antic pass for Linda Guy was too strong for her. Heisler to Schweitzer, near side. Back out to Foley. Foley to Bouchard. Simone Bouchard, far side. Drives it back into the middle, loses possession, gets it back rather easily. Bouchard to Heisler. Crystal Heisler right in front of me, wants to get it down low to Foley. Stolen away on the pass by Asplin. Back comes Manitoba, this is Marge Kelly. Putting up the shot, that was Juniak, she missed. Nice job by Foley to box out Asplin, who's the leading rebounder. Now this is Bouchard. Simone Bouchard, nice take to the hole. She's fouled on the way out.
And there you see a good example of Simone Bouchard's body control, maintaining the pass, and almost went out of bounds, I think, on that play and took it up against two defenders.
You see it right here, as you said, she splits the defenders, still got the shot away that just about fell. Nice job by the graduate of O'Neill in this, her second year of CIAU competition.
She seems too good to only be in her second year.
She does, doesn't she?
She's got the floor mentality of a fifth-year veteran.
Bouchard hits them both. She now has 4 on the night, all 4 of them coming from the free throw line. Kelly being locked by Bouchard to Antic. 8 minutes gone. We are even at 10. Linda Guy being watched by Schweitzer. Shot by Jurniak. That goes off the front of the rim. They fight for it down there. And jump ball is called. The possession arrow belongs to Regina, so they will take possession.
Great job by Leah Anderson, young rookie out of Winston of tying up the ball. You can't be afraid to dive for loose balls in a game like this.
Burgess to Anderson. Leah Anderson, number 10 to Janice Schweitzer. Burgess. Foley with it now. Inside for Anderson, and once again, Manitoba steals the pass inside. This is Antic. Has it taken away by Janice Schweitzer.
Great job defensively by Janice.
And the crowd appreciates that as they give her a hand.
Both teams playing some very good defense here in the first half.
Inside, Foley puts up the shot. That bounced off the rim. Cougars are looking for a foul, and then Manitoba loses possession as Kelly bounces it off her foot and goes out of bounds.
You see Heather Dedman checking back into the game. Heather had a solid game last night.
Dedman wants to get to Foley, decides not, now gives it to her. Now Bouchard, far side. Bouchard drives, dishes it back to Burgess. Burgess long range two. That doesn't go. Ann Smith with the rebound for Manitoba. Manitoba had numbers, but Smith decides to turn back. The two number 8s. Smith to Christina Blau. That's Blau's first action of the game. Gets it inside to Kelly, and Marge Kelly from underneath. Hits, she has 6. Manitoba retakes the lead at 12-10.
Good job by the Cougars stopping the transition baskets. They had
Foley with a turnaround. That doesn't fall. Then Heather Getman and Bree Burgess tie up Tamara Antic. And the jump ball will be called. Christine Stapleton had wanted a timeout, but she decided against it after the Cougars did a couple of things on defense that she liked. She said, I won't bother calling the timeout, but she's considering doing it again.
I think she's going to wait and see what the flow is like here.
In fact, Christine now just gives the signal for the timeout, so we might see one here in a second or two. Jump ball. To Kelly. Kelly trying to move around Bouchard. Kelly finds a lane, gets the shot up, puts it in. Marge Kelly has 8, and indeed, Christine Stapleton will call a timeout with the Bisons leading it 14-10 with 10:08 to go in this first half. The Cougars lead this best-of-3 GPAC series, 1-0. And of course, Trent, I would think it's safe to assume that both these teams will be headed to Edmonton for the CIAU championship. But both teams want to join us.
I think so. It's always better to go in winning your conference. It gives you sort of the momentum to go in.
And a higher seed.
Yeah, and a higher seed. You'll play a lower-ranked team, and you just have a little bit more confidence going in.
So you, of course, are no stranger to GPAC finals. You played this Manitoba Bisons team, of course.
I did.
Quite a lot different, but what's the mood of this team going into this game? It looks like they're a little nervous.
Yeah, I think a little nervous, but very excited to play. I know in talking to some of the players earlier on in the week, that they had a whole week of preparation, and they're just pumped to play. I mean, and that's a good thing. They're not afraid. They're just really excited to play. Both teams know each other very well, played against each other. A lot of fifth-year players here that have had matchups for, 3-4 years on the court. So
what's it like for the fifth-year players? People like Heather Dedman, Corinne Wurst, and Becky Foley. This is their last game on their home floor. Does that sort of weigh into this equation or not?
I don't know if it may not have quite sinking in what it means. I think they just want to take this for what it is and enjoy every moment of it, and hopefully come out on top and win nationals. I think they have a very good chance to do that this year. I think definitely knowing it's your last year, you know that this is it. You don't have another chance at it, so they're definitely going to be giving it everything.
Cherish the moments tonight, because it'll be the last time that these Heather Dedman, Corinne Wurst, and Becky Foley represent the Cougars. That is, of course, if they win. If it's Game 3, then they'll have a chance in that contest. By the way, if there is a Game 3 access, we'll have that one for you as well. Bouchard wanted to get it out to Bree Burgess, and Jean Paul intercepts the pass. Kelly Out to Jean-Paul. Bouchard watching her. Smith moves around Dedman, puts up the one-hander. That doesn't go. Christina Blau with the rebound, and they're going to charge Blau with the foul.
Great job by Becky Poley boxing out on that play. That's exactly what you got to do. Hold your position. If they come over your back, you got to hope for the foul.
As you see some of the crowd here in attendance at the PAC. Heisler to Burgess. Burgess being watched by Ann Smith. Corinne Worster quickly out to Heisler. Heisler trying to find something to do with it and gets it off to Burgess. Manitoba doesn't want to let Bree Burgess go from the outside. He's lethal from three-point land. Dedman then throws it away. You can see the frustration on the Regina faces.
Manitoba has really stepped it up defensively. The Cougars looking to get something. Offense seems a little bit slower tonight. I think usually they get a lot more in transition, and Manitoba's really forcing them to run an offense.
Christina Blau with the easy layup. Manitoba now has a 6-point lead. Dedman for three. That falls off the rim. Rebound, Becky Poley right there, and then she's fouled on the way up by Blau. Blau doesn't like it, but the foul is charged. For Christina, it's her second, and Becky Poley will go to the line to shoot two.
Nice rebound by Becky.
Poley nails them both, but she now has 6 on the night. Becky will check out. TBD Samaj comes back into the game for Regina. John Paul will bring it up the floor, being closely watched by Crystal Heisler. Ann Smith. Blau. Blau watched by DeSimone. Blau, nice pass inside to Melissa Stove. And Manitoba has that play working. They've scored about 3 times tonight on that sequence. Burgess to Dedman. As you see in the bottom left of your screen, about 7.5 to go here in this first half. Burgess puts it up for 3. DeSimone. Great job by Phoebe DeSimone to tip it off the backboard, keep it alive, and on the jump ball, Regina will take possession.
It's a great athletic play by Phoebe.
Burgess to inbounds. Dedman, DeSimone, Worsted, Heisler, the other Cougars on the floor. Heisler to Burgess. Bree for 3. Doesn't go. Blau with the rebound.
A nice offensive play for Bree.
Cougars would have loved to have seen that fall. Smith. Blau at the top of the key. Out to Jean-Paul. Jean-Paul drives, hits a little turnaround, puts it up, doesn't fall. Worcester drags it down to Regina. Dedman bringing it up the floor. Wants to get it to Burgess. Gives it to her in the corner. Burgess to Heisler. Heisler inside the
Nice play.
Regina's wanted to see. And Heisler with the nice dish to DeSimone.
Great job.
Who had nothing but the easy layup. 18-14 now your score. Blau.
You notice here Blau staying high on the offense.
And Smith for 3. That doesn't go.
I think they want to try and keep Phoebe guarding the high post.
Then Heisler gets the ball, put up a shot. Crystal had a lot of room to do something else with it if she wanted to. Ball goes out of bounds, and it will be Regina who will take possession. Christina Blau now checks out for Manitoba.
You notice how Manitoba is posting Phoebe up high. I think they really want to keep her in that high post position, and then she isn't available for help side, which is what she does great defensively.
Dedman to DeSimone. Ball bounces off of Phoebe's hands, goes out of bounds. Marge Kelly had it batted away by Worcester. And then the ball goes out of bounds. They'll give it to Regina.
Great
Good
defense
job.
by Heather Dedman.
Heather Dedman and Corinne Worsted. Good job there on Marge Kelly. Crystal Heisler, a good look at her as she points to her teammate what she wants done. Bouchard to Dedman. Dedman wants to get it inside to DeSimone. Can't. Now this is Bouchard. Inside to DeSimone. Aspel doing a good job on her. DeSimone got what she wanted. Had a look at the basket. Puts it in.
Great job by Phoebe holding the position and maintaining the pass.
Phoebe has 4 and it's a 2-point basketball game. Asplin trying to move around DeSimone. Phoebe's got to be careful on the defensive side. She is playing with 2 fouls. Asplin, it's there. Bouchard has it knocked away from her by Kelly. Kelly long pass for John Paul. Can she catch up to it? She sure can. There's John Paul with her first basket of the night. And Manitoba, just like that, jumps out into a 6-point lead. Dedman. Heather Dedman brings it across the center line.
Good job by Heather breaking the press. Heather and Crystal, an excellent team for the press break.
Dedman has it swatted away, and they say that it's a clean break, and Manitoba will take possession. Cougars making some changes now. Bouchard comes back in the game. Jana Schweitzer back up there, as is Becky Foley.
You really see the depth of the Cougars here.
Melissa Stowe's being washed by Worsted. The pass intercepted by Worsted. Great job by Corinne, who's showing tonight what a complete player she is. Corinne Worsted can do it all on the offensive side. She's showing tonight that she's pretty good defensively as well. Schweitzer's pass for Bouchard knocked out of bounds. Regina will retain possession. 19 on the shot clock. Burgess to Schweitzer. Schweitzer to Bouchard. This is Corinne Worsted. Winston with the jump shot. That was way off the mark. Then the pass from Smith to Antic. Intercepted as it was too far. Schweitzer managed to control it. Now Jana has the basketball. Bouchard to Burgess. Burgess being watched by Smith. Burgess inside for Worsted. Back to Bree. Little give and go. 3-pointer falls off the front rim. Regina just doesn't look as if they're smooth yet, as if everything's flowing smoothly.
Yeah, I mean, they're taking good shots. It's a good play, a good inside-out pass, and I think they just need to keep shooting. They're going to eventually start to hit those. That's a great percentage shot for Green.
Asplin puts it up over Foley. That doesn't fall. Good job by Becky on the defensive side. Worcester with the rebound. 3:20 to go. It's been a low-scoring first half, 22-16. Both teams having a problem getting the ball to fall in the basket.
I think what you're seeing here is less of a transition. Both teams are getting back and playing excellent defense, and great shot by Becky there.
Tell you what, Becky Foley's having a pretty good night. She now has 8.
And Becky's a very good half-court set type of player, and the Cougars haven't gotten a lot off their transition tonight, and Manitoba hasn't either.
Fans getting into it here with its hand of defense. Edwards to Smith. Smith puts it up, it falls, and out it. Bree Burgess doesn't like it, and she has some words for the referee.
And the fans don't really like it either.
They call Bree on the hand check, and Smith gets the basket, a big one for Manitoba. She'll go to the line here, try to complete the 3-point play, and put Manitoba up by 7.
See Leah Anderson checking back in for the Cougars. Corinne will take a breather.
For Bree, that's her first foul. Smith completes the 3-point play, and it is now a 7-point lead, 25-18. Manitoba over Regina. Manitoba needs a win to force a game 3 in this GPAC final. That third game would be the deciding game. Heisler fakes, puts it up, bounces it off the rim.
Good job by Becky.
Rebound by Foley. That just falls off the front rim. Great job by Regina. Burgess for 3. Now it just falls off the rim, and Regina just can't get a break.
That was in and out, that 3. Great offensive rebounding, though.
Antic Great job of rebounding there, is correct there, as the Cougars showing they can do it on the offensive glass. And Smith with the ball. That's Edwards with it now. Edwards moves on Heisler, dishes it out for Antic. She put that up from three-point range. That doesn't fall. Heisler with the rebound.
Another great rebound by Crystal Heisler.
And Crystal shows off her dribbling skills. Heisler looks to go coast to coast, has to stop, gives it to Anderson. Anderson had the layup and couldn't convert, and that just sort of shows you what it's been like in this first half for Regina. They've had good looks at the basket, they just haven't made it fall.
Yeah, they just need a little bit of luck here. They're taking excellent shots, haven't been able to get them in.
Antic.
Great defense.
With the basketball, great defense is right as Bouchard just pickpockets her, and then Crystal Heisler just about took one in the chin from Michelle Edwards.
And both teams here played a great half defensively.
Bouchard to Burgess drives baseline, puts it up. That doesn't go. Rebound. Wurster there. Wurster looked like she was fouled, and Foley puts it up. Regina just can't get a basket. Back comes Manitoba, and putting it home on a nice play is Anna Juniak. Taking the feed off the wing. And it's Manitoba by 9 with less than a minute to go. Bouchard followed by Antic.
And the Cougars, their defense is what's kept them in the game here this first half. They just haven't had a lot of luck on offense. But defensively, they have a very strong half.
Bouchard to Foley. They got to watch her. She's had a great first half. Inside the Wurster puts it up. She's fouled by Asplund.
Great job. Great patience by Becky, and great cut by Corinne there. Becky knowing the offense, waiting for Corinne to get in position and feeding her with a nice pass inside.
Wurster to the line. Nails the first, and that's her first point of the game, and that just sort of shows you the struggles Regina's had offensively when Corinne Wurster only has 1 point in the half.
Cougars shot very well from the line here in the first half.
And there's a big turnover.
A nice lucky break for the Cougars.
The inbound pass from Juniak to Kelly was too high, and Christine Stapleton will call a timeout here. Maybe a chance here to cut the deficit to 5 here and maybe 4.
It'd be great to...
bad for the Cougars considering the way this first half has gone. As you said, Trina, they've put in a pretty good effort in the first half. Just haven't shown the results of it as they just cannot hit. On the offensive end, they're having problems.
Outside shots, I think if they would have hit a couple of threes that they normally hit, it would be an entirely different half here. I think what we're going to see here is Christine will try and get them to wind the clock down a little bit, play for one nice shot, and wouldn't it be nice to end the first half here with a 3? Both teams have been very exciting to watch defensively, I think, here in the first half. .27-20 your score.
Regina inbounds the basketball. We'll see if they play for the last shot. Burgess puts it up. Doesn't fall.
Great rebound.
Becky Foley, without a doubt, is the player of the game for Regina in the first half. And then a big steal. Wurster, Heisler, Bouchard doesn't fall. That would have been huge.
Great steal.
Smith got a hand on it. And Smith gets to the line, puts it up. That doesn't go. Rebound to Burgess in the first half. Comes to an end. Trina Regina had their chance to cut into the deficit, and again, just couldn't get the bounce when they needed it. But I would have to think Christine Stapleton isn't too disappointed with the fact that they go into the locker room down 5.
I think they gained a bit of momentum here in this last play. I mean, they had a chance to cut it to 3, but they're still within 5 here, and it's been a great first half.
As for Manitoba, definitely a better effort than they put forth last night. Colleen Dufresne basically laid it on the line to her veterans. They came out and they played a pretty good first half.
Yeah, they stepped it up a lot from last night. They weren't going to go down easy. We knew that. I think they're a little bitter from sitting on the bench last night.
20 minutes to go. Are we going to see a banner presentation, or are we going to a game 3? We'll find out in just a minute. You're watching CIAU Canada West, or GPAC women's basketball action on Access 7. The question right now,
depending how this second half goes, it could be tonight. We see the third one.
There you see the coach of the men's basketball team, James Hill, is taking his seat. It is 27-22 as we start the second half. I'm Mitchell Blair along with Tremont. Heather Dedman, an early 3!
A huge shot by Heather, and that's the way you like to start the second half.
Heather Dedman with a fist pump. And Regina with a huge start to the second half.
And Regina within 2 now. That was a big 3 by Heather Dedman.
Kelly being watched by Dedman. Ann Smith with the basketball now. Smith wanting to get to Kelly. Doesn't. She's working on Burgess. Smith with the turnaround, and that's a big shot for Ann Smith. And a big shot for Manitoba. Both teams, Trina, we talked about it in the first half that they did not shoot well. Manitoba only 32.3%. Regina, believe it or not, worse, 29.2%.
I don't think you'll see that again in the second half here. They're definitely more warmed up now, probably have some of the jitters out, and hopefully a little bit more luck here shooting at the other basket.
We saw those 2 banners, and we've sort of seen some of the old Cougars come out of the woodwork tonight to cheer their old team on. Andrea Gottselig is here. Of course, you're here, but you have to be here. Doran Harris is here. Krista Fowler's here. Janet Cook. A lot of people that used to play for this team that come out.
Yeah.
So watch this, and they're familiar with this because it's been Manitoba and Regina in the conference finals at the PAC.
It has.
For about the last 3-4 years.
Yeah, it brings back feelings of when you used to play, and I think Cougars here got a lot of support, and you really feel for them like that.
Heather Dedman with the miss from the line. And that's the first miss from the line for either team tonight. Both teams in that first half were 15 of 15 from the line. Dedman hits 1 of 2. It's now a 3-point basketball game. The University of Regina trying to capture the GPAC championship. They lead this best of 3 final. 1 game to none. A win, and they will wrap it up. A loss, and we go to game 3. 2-on-1. Bouchard and Worcester. Worcester back to Bouchard. Nice give and go.
Nice teamwork.
Of course, in game 1, it was all Regina in the second half as they outscored Manitoba 47-23.
Great defense by Heather.
Kelly puts it up and in.
Both teams shooting well here early in the second half.
Dedman to Bouchard. Simone Bouchard out to Burgess. 3 for 3, and that doesn't go back into the hands of Ann Smith. Marge Kelly with 8. Smith has 9. Kelly with 8 to lead Manitoba. It usually is those 2 that leads the way for the Bison basketball team.
And they're definitely having a better game tonight than they did last night.
Smith wanted to put it up, and I believe it was Bouchard that got a hand on it. Great defense is right as Regina continues the intensity on the defensive end.
Good job by Corinne tying up the ball.
One of the Bisons took a hard tumble to the floor. That was John Paul, and that was Druniak going up, and she is fouled on the way up, and it's going to be Corinne Worcester being charged with the foul, and that's
Corinne not happy about that call.
Corinne Worcester is her first. Anna Druniak at the line. foul charged on the rebound as the Cougars went to gain possession. I believe it was Ann Smith being charged with the foul. It is Ann Smith. That's her first.
Corinne did an excellent job there of boxing her out, holding position.
Corinne Worcester with the ball. After Dedman. Dedman with the scoop in the basket.
Great drive by Heather Dedman.
I think Heather Dedman says this wants to be her last half of action as a Cougar.
Yeah.
So she's come out in what could be her last home game with a fire in this second half.
She has really taken charge here in the second half.
Kelly.
Great floor leader.
And then Kelly got it to Lara Asplin. Foley came in to work in the double team, and when she did that, the ball went to Asplin. Great job. Becky Foley leading all game scorers with 12. It's a 1-point game. 17 minutes to go. Throw the remote away. You don't need it for a while. Kelly being watched by Dedman. Kelly wants to get it to Juniak. The bounce
great defense.
Inside. You said it. Great defense. Bouchard comes away. Long pass to Dedman. Dedman drives baseline. Puts it up. Basket goes in. Big play by Heather Dedman.
And here we see why Heather Dedman is such a great leader. She just takes charge here early in the second half, and she is really bringing up the momentum here for the
Cougars. We see it again. You see lets the body contact go, puts it in. You see the joy and elation.
She is pumped.
Dedman can convert on the three. Cougars had a couple of chances to do that in this second half. Haven't done so. But they now lead it. It's 34-33. They were down by 5 at the half. Juniak. Whistle inside. We're going to get a foul away from the ball. And they're going to get Burgess in a push. Actually, they're going to give the foul to Heather Dedman. For Heather, that's her first. Nobody really in foul trouble tonight. Jean Paul, Blau, and Asplin all with 2 for Manitoba. Burgess and DeSimone with 2 for Regina. Jean Paul puts it up. That goes. Nice shot by Cheryl Jean Paul. Burgess to Dedman. Dedman back to Burgess. Burgess cross court to Bouchard. Back out to Dedman. Dedman puts it up. That falls off the rim. Rebound. Ball's loose in it. Dedman's on. Heather Dedman. What did she drink in the half?
I don't know what she drank, but she is having a heck of a start to the second half here.
We'll see it
Excellent
again.
Job
Watch the tenacity by Dedman. She even managed to get a shot up there. 2 Bisons on her, and Heather Dedman back at the line.
Yeah, she was going to take both Bisons up with her when she shot that ball.
Heather Dedman went into the second half with no points. She now has 9. We've played just 4 minutes in the second half. Make it 10.
Great job as Heather checks out of the game here. You really hear the approval of the fans.
And what a hand for Heather Dedman.
Heck of a job.
She also gets it from her teammates as well.
What a spark for the Cougars.
Juniak had it knocked out of her hands by Burgess. Manitoba will retain possession. 19 on the shot clock.
Another great defensive play by Bree Burgess.
Lots of time for Manitoba to get a shot away here. Edwards. Far side, bringing it back to the middle. That's Jean Paul. Jean Paul being watched by Heisler. Jean Paul over Worcester. That doesn't go. Rebound.
Great rebound by Bree.
Good job by Bree. Heisler quickly brings it up the floor for Regina. Heisler dishes it off to Bouchard. Bouchard with the fake. Drives and then crashes hard to the ground as she went over Michelle Edwards. Foul charged on the play. I believe it will go to Edwards. As we'll see that again. Nice job by Heisler to dish it out, and then there you see it right there as you had the train wreck in the key. Edwards indeed charged with the foul. That's her first. Burgess. To Worcester. Worcester inside. Off the window and in. And Trina, you can feel the momentum slowly starting to build to the girls in green.
Yeah, I think after Heather came out here in the second half, it really sparked things up for the Cougars.
Bouchard knocks it away from Jean Paul into the bounds. Simone just about had the steal. now the referee's discussing some things here. They want to check what it's like on the clock. Manitoba arguing for a new 30. The referee's talking it over. You do some refereeing, new 30 here or not?
Well, the discrepancy, I think, is whether or not it went off her foot and whether or not it should be a reset 30.
It was right in front of us.
Colleen is saying it's off her foot. I think the referees are saying it's an unintentional football, which isn't actually a football.
A quick course in officiating 101 brought to you by Phenamont. Smith. Inside for Blau. Christina Blau with the turnaround down the basket.
Good job here by the Cougars breaking the press. Good patience you see here between Crystal and Bree.
Moves around Smith. Gets it off to Bouchard. Fans looking for a foul. Bouchard from the corner. God! Simone Bouchard with a high arcing jumper. And Regina now leads it by 3. And the fans are slowly really starting to get into this and help the Cougars out. Judiak from the corner. Nails.
Both teams shooting very well here.
For Manitoba, their season on the line. It's their GPAC season. It is expected they will go to the Nationals as well if they were to lose the GPAC final. Heisler, stay with it. Urging Crystal Heisler to shoot.
Crystal, sometimes she's a little bit too patient on the offense. She's got such an excellent shot. I know Christine wants her to shoot more often.
Worsta drives, blocked off the backboard. Becky Poley with the rebound, back out to Worsta, and Regina can't get the shot away. As the time clock expired, the 30-second clock expired. I don't know if Becky Poley knew that there was very little time left when she dished it back out to
I don't think so. I think she probably would have put that up. Excellent rebound by Becky, though.
Manitoba looking to take the lead here again. That's Christina Blau with the basketball.
Great defensive play by Bree Burgess.
Well, they're going to call it on Manitoba. Melissa Stowe. Burgess gets the charge. Stowe's charged with the foul.
Excellent job by Bree gaining position, standing in there for the charge. Crystal
Heisler bringing it up the floor. Worsta to Dedmon. What a second half Heather Dedmon's had. Heisler out to Bouchard. Bouchard far side right wing. Bouchard looks to drive the lane. Dishes it back out to DeSimone.
Phoebe a little bit further out than she thought she was.
A little further out than what she thought she was. And she puts up the air ball and Manitoba gets it.
Phoebe's got a great shot from the high post, but I think she thought she was a little closer in. Yeah.
Blau being watched by DeSimone. That's Ann Smith. Ann Smith, long two. DeSimone.
Great rebound.
Rips it right over the face of Crystal Heisler. And now this is Worsta. Regina slows it down a little bit.
Good decision by the Cougars.
Just under 13 minutes to go. Dedmon being watched by Ann Smith. Heisler, nice pass to DeSimone. Don't think Phoebe was ready for it.
Nice idea.
A long pass, and Manitoba can't connect with Regina. Will retake possession as Manitoba tried for the touchdown pass and it didn't work.
And a one-point game here couldn't be any more exciting than this. The level of play here has really increased here in the second half. Both teams playing excellent defense, but also playing excellent offense.
Yeah, you can't say you're bored tonight, can you?
No, not at all. Far from it.
Leah Anderson, Schweitzer, Dedmon. Dedmon far side. Dedmon drives the lane, and a foul will be charged against Christina Blau, who goes hard to the floor.
Great job by Heather. Nice tape to the basket.
We'll see it here as Blau moves out from DeSimone. And Christina Blau was pretty good on the defensive end, but you know what? She could hide behind a phone pole.
Yeah. Now there's not a lot to her.
Dedmon hits the first. It's been all Heather in the second half.
Great job by
He now
Heather.
has 12 and is tied for game-high scorer with Becky Poley. Kelly. Being watched by Burgess. John Paul. Denton on hold. A little bit of defensive confusion there by Regina, and it resulted in Linda Guy being open, but she missed the shot. Manitoba retains possession. Linda Guy being watched by Burgess inside for Kelly. Kelly wanted to put it up. DeSimone all over. Now inside, that's foul. Basket falls. And I think they'll get the foul on Phoebe.
I think Leah Anderson picked up
Leah
that
Anderson.
one.
Anderson was right there as well.
An excellent job by Phoebe stopping the first shot.
As we get a look at Manitoba's 13, Christina Blau.
I don't think there's going to be any easy shots here in the second half.
42 up. Deadman. Burgess. Schweitzer. Anderson. Back out to Burgess. Burgess knocks her defender to the floor. That
nice
was
shot by Bree.
And then gets her first basket of the night. Maybe Bree Burgess can do what Heather Dedman did, go on a roll here.
Yeah, that would be nice to see.
If Bree gets going, it might be academic for Regina.
I'd like to see Bree start heating up the three-point shot.
John Paul. 10 to go on the shot clock.
Good job by Heather getting through the screen.
Dedman will not let John Paul penetrate the lane, and then John Paul tripped over Heather, and they're going to charge Heather on the foul. That's a tough one, Trina.
And Heather pretty mild-mannered after that call. I don't know. I don't think the fans are liking that one too much.
Tammy Antic has the ball stolen by Schweitzer.
Great job by Jana.
Heather Dedman again with the layup, and that time I think the ball went off of Heather's hand before she was ready for it. It didn't fall.
Nice defense by Jana Schweitzer.
Blown opportunity there for Regina. Guy being watched by Schweitzer. Kelly from the baseline puts it in, and we're tied again at 44. Burgess up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer back to Burgess. 10.5 to go. Dedman. Schweitzer for three. That didn't go, and then Schweitzer gets her hands on it. Dedman swats it out of bounds, but Kelly does a good job, and then Kelly puts up a wild shot. I don't know what Marge Kelly was thinking there, because she had a lot of time.
I think she was expecting to get fouled on that play. Heather did an excellent job of...
Burgess goes to the floor hard. She was looking for a foul, and now the refs are just on the play. Look out, Jenna, here comes the ball as Burgess sweeps it away from Marge Kelly.
Here we see both teams...
ready to take that ball and go in for the layup, right?
Oh, yeah. We see both teams a little out of control here in the transition. I think we might see them try and slow things down a bit. Neither team has really capitalized off their break the last few possessions. And here we see some open.
Good ball movement by Manitoba. Antic. The guy inside the Lara Asplund. Asplund forced outside. Cuts it in.
Good job by Corinne.
Corinne Wursta takes the basketball away. Now Dedman. Heather Dedman drives the lane, puts it up, and it falls! What a half for Heather Dedman. Now they say it won't count. They say the foul came before the shot, no continuation.
That's a tough call.
We'll see it again here, Trina. The long outlet from Burgess to Dedman. And she has just taken this game over in the second half, and you know what? I think that should have counted.
Yeah. It's tough, but unless you have the whistle in your mouth, it's an easy call to make from here.
Heather Dedman appears to have lost the contact. Or he's putting back in the contact. As we've got a stoppage here is now she's just dropped the contact onto the floor, so this could be a bit as they take a look for it. And nice job by Simone Bouchard, eh? She picked that thing right up off the floor.
Great teamwork here by the Cougars.
And Heather Dedman's going to have to check out here for a second, so... Just trying to decide what to do after the game. I certainly hope she's not dipping it in Gatorade, Christine. I hope that's water in there.
Yes, she needs those in.
Maybe she put those in to start the second half.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
So Crystal Heisler is going to come to the line. Heather Dedman's going to leave to basically go for repairs here and get the contact back in. And Crystal Heisler goes to the line. Crystal misses the first one.
Tough coming in off the bench. Shooting free throws right away.
Crystal nails 1 of 2. It's 45-44. Heisler.
D by Heisler.
Nice job by Crystal on hand. Crystal Heisler all over, and then Bouchard just got the steal. Oh, Kelly goes over and back.
Great defense again by the Cougars.
Crystal Heisler, I've said it before this year, she's just like a Tasmanian devil up there on defense.
She's just tenacious on defense. She's an excellent job there, putting pressure on the ball and freeing up her teammates to come for the steal and the pass.
Worcester. Heisler being watched by Antic. You know, you're right, Trenick. She could shoot because she's got the shot. She puts it up there. That doesn't fall. Rebound. Worcester couldn't get it to go, and then a foul underneath. I think they're going to get Becky Poley here going over the back.
I think Becky tried to knock it away on that play. Unfortunately, came up with the foul.
Poley does pick up the foul. That's her first.
But excellent offensive rebounding.
John Paul brings it up the floor for Manitoba. 9 minutes to go. Heather Dedman comes back into the gym, and she'll be back in here momentarily. Contact back in place. Smith. And Smith with the easy jumper. You can't let Ann Smith shoot from there, she'll tell you.
It doesn't seem to matter if they got a hand in her face or not. She's a very good shooter.
A little bit of miscommunication between Heisler and Burgess, and Regina throws it out of bounds. Kelly being watched by Bouchard, fouled away from the ball, and we're going to get a foul. And call that on Burgess, his second.
You see a lot of contact away from the ball in this game. There's a lot of screens happening, people fighting through screens. It's definitely no walk in the park when you're trying to run your offense.
Kelly drives around Bouchard, moves around Dedman. Smith puts it up, basket goes, and foul charge. And Smith with the basket. She now leads all game scores with 13. Foul charge on Heisler, her second. And Christine Stapleton wants to talk it over.
I think this is going to be a close one to the finish, Mitchell.
Well, we talked about it at the start of the game. We knew this was not going to be a 28-point win.
That's right.
Like it was in game one for either team.
It's definitely a little different in the second half tonight than it was last night.
We talked about former Cougars. There's one of them, Andrea Gotzelig. She knows what it's like to win a championship. She got the banner last year. Did you see some of the fans here?
The fans have been really into this game. It's been great to hear the approval from the fans. Packed gymnasium. It's a great atmosphere.
One of the other Cougars right there. You sort of see her at the bottom right of your screen with the frizzy blonde hair, that being Madoran Harris.
There's a lot of former Cougars here out to support the current Cougars. It's great to see.
You guys are getting an alumni game going here with everybody that's here.
Yeah. You know, after the game.
And Smith capitalizes. He now has 14. The lead now 4 for Manitoba.
Manitoba looks like they're upping the intensity of their press here. Cougars did a good job of breaking it.
Heisler drives baseline, pulls it back outside. Holy long-range shot, that falls off the rim.
Nice rebound.
The rebound. Now Dedman, Heather Dedman twists through the lane. Contact on the way through, no foul charge. The Cougars looking for one, but none's coming. Big defensive stand needed here for Regina. John Paul to Kelly. Kelly out to Ann Smith. Ann Smith, long jump shot. Ann Smith eating it up.
Yeah, you can't even give her a split second to shoot or she'll nail that.
The lead is 6. Bouchard to Heisley. Dedman for 3. That doesn't go. John Paul with the long rebound. Back up Manitoba. John Paul looking to take it all the way. Puts it up, followed by Bouchard on the way in.
We see Bree Burgess and Phoebe checking back into the game here.
Cheryl Jean Paul to go to the line. Jean Paul hits the first. This is the second. Rebound though, and a big offensive one for Manitoba. Marge Kelly inside to Asplund. Asplund puts it up. That doesn't go, and a big break there for Regina.
Big break.
Burgess out to Dedman. Dedman to DeSimone. Phoebe puts it up. It didn't look pretty, but it counted.
And that one, I think, made me a little nervous. Phoebe did an excellent job there, maintaining control of the pass and putting it up in transition.
Fans getting back in the chain of defense. John Paul puts it up. That doesn't go. Ball's loose. John Paul keeps it alive for Manitoba. Wursta with a great job cutting into the lane to make the steal.
Excellent job by Corinne Wursta.
Burgess to Wursta. Back to Burgess. Bree thought about putting up the 3 ball. Heisler. Inside to Wursta. Wursta turns, puts it up, is fouled by Stoves on the way up. Corinne Wursta will go to the line.
Good job by Heisler there. Patient on the offense and waiting for Corinne to get position and feeding her with the pass, and Corinne drew the foul. It's a great offensive set. Corinne Wursta gets the roll.
Here as Corinne Wursta goes to put up the shot. Wursta nails them both. The deficit now 3. Kelly being watched by Dedman. Fans really urging the Cougars on here. Ann Smith on Burgess. Smith. Burgess with a hand on it. Kelly gets the loose ball, puts it up. Is fouled on the way up. They're going to get DeSimone with the foul. And the Phoebe will be his 3rd.
Phoebe not very happy about that play. I think she felt as though her arms were straight up.
Colleen Dufresne much happier with her effort tonight from her Bison squad than she was in game 1. At this point last night, her starters were on the bench.
Yeah, I think they probably had a few slivers. They've been on the bench probably for a good 10 minutes last night. That's an entirely different game tonight.
Marge Kelly, 2 crucial free throws, puts the lead back up to 5. Heisler will bring it across the floor. Heisler had it stolen away by Jean Paul. Jean Paul went to the floor.
Hustle to get it over.
Good job by Heather to do that. Heisler to DeSimone. Phoebe cuts in, puts the shot up, doesn't fall, rebound into the hands of Manitoba.
And both teams really crashing the boards.
Inside, that's Blau working on Dedman, puts it up and in. To 49 for Manitoba.
Cougars need to answer with a hoop.
To Dedman. Dedman to Heisler. Heisler kicks it back out to Dedman. Burgess for 3.
Shot by Bree.
Doesn't fall. Burgess just can't connect from the 3-point land tonight. She's put up 4 or 5 of them. Hasn't been able to nail any of them. It's getting the point now where Regina can't afford to let Manitoba score.
So they need a stop here.
And it's Zuniak. That's Blau inside. That doesn't
job by Phoebe.
Rebound. Heisler comes away with it.
Heisler looking to push it up quickly here.
Becky Poley for three. That doesn't go. Burgess rebound. That falls.
Nice putback by Bree.
Cougars need another defensive stand here. Bouchard and Worcester ready to check in.
Now getting down to the 4-minute mark here. Every possession is going to be much more important.
Blau. Kelly trying to move around Dedmon. Puts it inside for Ann Smith. He has to kick it back out. Smith.
Good defense
doesn't get
by
it to
Phoebe.
fall. Rebound into the hands of Heisler.
There you see the presence of Phoebe DeSimone on defense.
Heisler to Burgess. Thought about the three, decides against it. Bree maybe a little shy to put up the three ball. Dedmon couldn't get it to go. DeSimone with the rebound puts it up in his foul.
Another great rebound by Phoebe. See her go to the line for two.
Marge Kelly with the foul. Her second. Timeout Manitoba.
The Cougars not having a lot of luck with their outside shots here the last couple possessions, but really doing an excellent job offensively on the boards and coming back with the putback. I think that's what's kept them in the game here, along with their defense. Normally a better shooting percentage from the outside the Cougars have than what we've seen tonight.
Once again, if there is a game 3, Access 7 will have it for you. You see, Christine Stevenson talking it over with her troops. And I would have to think that Christine would have to be happy with the way things have been going defensively.
I think
she'd just like to see some better looks at the basket on the offensive side.
Yeah, I think we're going to maybe see the Cougars, instead of taking the early outside shot, maybe work the ball around, try and get something easier inside. But defensively, she has got to be very, very pleased with her troops.
Phoebe DeSimone with a smooth-looking shot from the foul line.
Cutting the lead to 4.
DeSimone nails them both. John Paul. To Kelly. Inside
by Green.
Smith has to kick it back outside. John Paul, 12 on the shot clock. Smith wanted to get it inside, couldn't do so. Shot clock running down. John Paul, 3 on the shot clock. Is they going to get it away? I don't know. Blau, long range, doesn't go, and the Cougar defense.
Great job defensively by the Cougars. A great team effort on defense.
Heather Dedmon with the basketball. 3 minutes and change to go. You see the score and the time on the lower left. The Cougars win. GPAC is theirs. DeSimone inside!
Great job by Phoebe. Nice touch inside.
It's a 1-point game. John Paul being watched by Bouchard. The pack is electric, folks. John Paul. Kelly driving on Dedmon. Worcester with the steal. DeSimone got a hand on it. Regina with a chance to take the lead. Dedmon to Burgess. Out to Bouchard. Inside to DeSimone. Turns, fires. That doesn't go. Rebound and bounces around. Regina will get it back. That's DeSimone. Out to Bouchard. Bouchard to Burgess. Put it up. 3. There it is. And doesn't fall. Rebound. Manitoba has it. It's Ann Smith. Bree Burgess will never get a better look than that. Kelly all the way. Swatted away by Phoebe DeSimone.
Great defense by Phoebe.
You get me better than this?
This could not be a more exciting game.
this crowd. We'll see it here again. Marge Kelly and Phoebe DeSimone says, get that weak stuff out of here.
He says, get that out of my house. And you are not going to see an easy layup by Manitoba when Phoebe DeSimone is in the key. What a presence on defense.
Well, folks, if you want to know what playoff basketball is all about at the university, if you've been watching this for the last hour, you know what it's all about. Two minutes and 4 seconds to go. A great look at Christine Stapleton there just a moment ago. She talks it over with her troops.
And these last few possessions are going to be exciting to watch. This is going to determine the outcome of the game here.
Nobody in foul trouble.
Nope. Both teams will be giving it their all.
Manitoba has Smith, Druniak, Blau, Jean-Paul, and Kelly out there for Regina. It's Burgess, Worsted, DeSimone, Dedman, and Bouchard. Kelly with the basketball. Heather Dedman, tenacious defense.
Great
Kelly
job
outside to
here.
Jean-Paul.
Manitoba backing it up a bit, looking to reset their offense.
Jean-Paul puts it up.
Way outside.
1, 3, and that's nothing but air. Credit the Cougar defense. Jean-Paul couldn't do anything with it.
It's been tenacious defense. That was the best shot they had.
Regina with a chance to take the lead. Dedman to Bouchard. $1:37 to go. Burgess inside. DeSimone fouled on the way up by Blau.
Excellent job.
Has a chance to take the lead.
And great.
Phoebe can connect from the line.
Great job by the Cougars here, being patient on their offense, looking to get the ball into Phoebe. Phoebe has had a really hot hand here the last couple possessions, and they're doing everything possible to try and get the ball in her hands. An excellent job there, Phoebe, maintaining position and hitting the first two.
This will give Regina the lead. Got any nails on? Woo.
My heart racing the way they go.
Jean-Paul to Smith. Misses. Rebound. Drop it in. Coming to save it. But now Bouchard has it for Regina. Simone Bouchard, $1:10 to go. Regina should just slow it down here. DeSimone inside. Bouchard.
Bouchard again.
Steal and a foul. Oh. What an effort by Simone Bouchard. Trina, we talked about it earlier.
And wait a minute here. They are calling a charge against Simone Bouchard. And Christine can hardly believe it, and neither can the fans.
Here.
No, I think there's definitely got to be some discussion around that call because the referees here calling a timeout, I think, is what you're going to see.
And we've got some controversy here.
Simone, excellent job on defense coming up with the steal.
I believe I just heard them say no foul. And now who gets the basketball?
Coach Dave Taylor, the assistant coach for the Cougars, getting up there and doing the talking. Well,
we're going to take a look at this again. How about Simone Bouchard? There's the basket.
1-8. One more time. 7-2-4-7.
And then there's the steal. And they said that was a charge. I don't know.
oh,
But actually they have said it was no charge. So I don't know. The referee's making a mistake here. We talked about Simone Bouchard. I just can't believe she's in only her second year.
I can't believe it either. She's got the floor mentality of a fifth-year veteran, great leadership, and she is the type of player that will come up with the huge plays in critical, crucial situations, and there we see an example of one of them.
So Manitoba gets possession of the basketball.
And the basket looks like it will count.
59-56 is your score. John Paul being washed by Bouchard. Simone!
Yes, Simone!
And now it goes on the phone.
Yes.
On the basketball.
Simone Bouchard, just
Unreal.
incredible here in the last
Unreal
2 minutes.
plays for a second-year player.
What
Bouchard
composure.
has it knocked out of her hands by Ann Smith, and Bouchard with the tenacity to try and get the ball back, and this time the foul goes to Simone. That will be her second.
Well, Manitoba is not going to go down easy here. We are going to see a fight to the finish.
Timeout charged.
And excellent defense by Simone Bouchard. She is
44 and a half seconds to go. Trina, I just can't say enough about the play of number 13. She's been absolutely outstanding.
She's outstanding. And both ends of the court as well. The tenacity she shows on defense is absolutely incredible. Offensively, she can hit the inside shot. She drives and dishes, opens things up for her teammates, and she can hit the outside shot. We've seen it all from her tonight.
Manitoba, when you look at their three-point shooters, their top three-point shooter on the year is Cheryl John Paul. Ann Smith also, she hit 38.3% of her shots. So look for those two if Manitoba has to put up a three. And you would have to think, Brenna, that they've got to be thinking three ball right here.
Yeah, I think you could see them take a three. I think they might look to get something inside if they can take it, but with the way the Cougar defense has been, they haven't given them anything inside. There are going to be no easy shots here in the last 45 seconds.
Ann Smith at the line. You don't see that very often out of Ann Smith.
No, you don't. We'll see the Cougars.
Ann Smith
2-point lead.
85.2% from the line, and she misses a big one.
I think we'll see the Cougars try and wind the clock down a little bit here.
The clock ticking down.
Got to be very, very careful with the ball. No turnovers.
Deadman to Burgess. 11 on the shot clock. Burgess. Regina's going to want to get a shot away here. It's loose down there. And jump ball, but Regina retains possession with the possession arrow. New 30. So now, Trina, with only 20 seconds to go, Manitoba is in the position here where they have to foul. They're calling for a new 30, and they should get one here, I would think.
Yeah, with jump ball possession, they should get a new 30. I think there was a bit of discrepancy as to what they called there.
Yeah, they turned the shot clock off.
Yeah, and that's how it should be. Lucky break there for the Cougars.
Burgess with the basketball, stepped out of bounds. Stapleton wanted the timeout. She didn't get it. Now Manitoba with a chance to tie. John Paul Smith. This is the game, folks. And Smith puts it up. Oh, basket!
That is not what the Cougars wanted to see.
Manitoba went to their money man, and Ann Smith came through. Ann Smith with 19 points, and if she makes it 20, Manitoba will have a 1-point lead. Well, this is the type of game we thought it would be, and it hasn't disappointed.
Right to the end, it's going to be either team's game.
Ann Smith, what can you say about her? In the clutch, she comes up with the big basket. Get fouled and will go to the line.
I think in her 5th year, she knows this is one of the last games she'll play, and she is not going to go down easy. lining up here. We get a quick inbound here.
Regina needs a basket. Burgess to Dedmon. Dedmon, 2, 1, and
Heather Dedmon!
oh, what a and look at the seat of the floor!
What a finish! And Heather Dedmon finishes the game, and that's exactly how it should be. What a heck of a game by Heather Dedmon.
Unbelievable!
And she finishes the game the same way she started the second half. What a game by Heather Dedmon.
A running one-hander for the championship. And
what a finish! What a finish!
Wow! And that, ladies and gentlemen, gives the Cougars yet another GPAC championship.
Well, nothing like the game being down to the wire, Mitchell. It could not be any more exciting. And what a finish! What a great game!
Unbelievable. I had something scripted up if they won, but throw away the script because you don't get any better than that.
I don't know about you, but I'd like to run up there and give Heather Dedmon a hug right now. What a game.
University President Dr. Jason Panga celebrating.
Great to see the president of the university out here showing his support.
There's Cougar Athletic Director Dick White. He will present the banner. And who's kidding who, Trina? Heather Dedmon should just take it home and sleep with it tonight.
Yeah, she should.
She deserves it. We will take another look at the winning basket. Regina had 7 seconds. Heather Dedmon takes the pass. She will cut into the lane, move through Blau, put it up. Championship.
And what a great way for Heather to play her last game as a Cougar in this gym. So happy for Heather. It's a great finish to a great career here.
And there's the banner presentation. And it is a happy, happy group of Cougar ladies who have won GPAC for the 3rd straight year and now head off to the CIAUs in Edmonton. And I don't know if you can get any better than this in Edmonton.
Well, I think this was the CIU final right here. 2 great teams, both played a great game. Very happy for the Cougars right now. Heck of a game.
We're not done. We're going to talk to some of the Cougars as you see TBD Saman. Your final score. The Cougars beat the Bison 61-60. They win GPAC in 2 straight and advance to the Nationals in Edmonton. We'll be right back.
If you would like to comment on Access 7.
Well, and give both teams credit for their defense.
Oh, it's just a really tough go offensively for us tonight. We had a lot of really easy looks. Nothing was dropping for us, and we're going hard to the old glass. Even those weren't dropping, but we really hung tough defensively.
Heather, no points at the end of the first half. You end the game with 14. You were just unconscious in the second half, especially at the start. This is your last game on this floor. Did that sort of, you didn't want to play another game, did you?
No, I didn't. We're in 5th year. We're too old to play 3 games in a row. Got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, so we had to finish it off tonight.
Talk about the national championships. You've been there before. You know what it's all about. I know how much this team really wants to get a national flag, and I think maybe this might be the team to do it.
Yeah, I think so. This team has never lost a game for lack of effort, and I think that's what's going to take us a long way.
Christine, your thoughts as you head to nationals. You've been there the last 3 years, and you sort of seem to go up step by step, but just your thoughts as you head in.
Well, I'm really glad to have tomorrow off. and gives us a chance to rest our bodies and prepare mentally for the trip. And we just take who we get, and we really start focusing on our first round matchup. Nothing's easy. The final 8 is it's going to be a war. I think we got to learn from tonight though, and need to score a little bit better when we get there.
You've had some great games in this gym, and some pretty good teams. I think this game ranks right up there among the best one, but talk about this team compared with some of the other GPAC champions, how it stacks up.
I think we're really balanced this year. One other thing, you can't key in on anybody. Simone had a great game last night, and they actually defended her very well. Heather really stepped it up. Bree could have cracked it open too. She had a lot of open looks. None of them dropped for her. So that's this team, and very unselfish, very team focused.
Christine Stapleton, thanks a lot. Heather Dedman, congratulations. It was absolutely unbelievable, and it was a great way to finish off your GPAC career.
Thank you very much.
So that is it. The University of Regina Cougars defeat the University of Manitoba Bisons by a score of 61-60. Another banner will go up at the university. Now the question is, does a CIAU championship banner follow? We'll find out. The best of luck to the Cougars. On behalf of Trent Mott, I'm Mitchell Blair. You've been watching Access 7 Sports.
Join Access 7 for the